はい、というわけで7番アイアンのスローが取れましたので一緒に見ていきたいと思います。
Yes, very simple. Yeah, not too bad.
後方も見てみましょう。
うまく打つためになんかこう自分の中で練習法とかなんかドリルみたいなのってあったりするんですか
？Drills, it again depends on what I'm working on in my swing. I normally always have alignment stick down for a part of my practice session because I think alignment's really important. But then at the end of my practice, I'll put alignment stick in the ground and try and shape shots around it. Yeah, straight up and down.
立てるんだ、スティックを。
Trying to hit a draw around it and a fade around it. Because it gets me thinking of target rather than thinking so much about being here. So when I go out on the golf course, I'm thinking about the shot I'm trying to hit and not so much perfecting my golf swing. I think for whatever reason it's easy to get into a rhythm here and your brain is comfortable thinking about all the technical things and hitting it quite good on the range, but you don't have a yard, you're just hitting a full 7 iron and you're hitting one after the other, so you're in a rhythm. Where out in the golf course, you're hitting a shot every 5 minutes maybe, and it's hardly ever a full 7 iron. It's maybe odd and down slope, hitting into the wind, there's so many more variables. So when you add those variables on the golf course, mentally I don't think your brain can handle all of the technique and the other variables that come with playing golf. So I try to end my session where I'm trying to feel more like I would on the golf course.
カリーさんの中でやっぱトップを作ろうとかっていう意識っていうよりかは
I think it's just natural. With the longer the club gets, the longer your swing slightly gets. I try to keep it as simple as possible. I've definitely failed at doing that at times, but I try to have as few thoughts as possible.
やっぱドライバーの練習をすごいすると今度アイアンが打てなくなって、今度アイアンをやってるとドライバーが打てなくなったりって時に、ドライバーの練習してアイアンを練習する時にアマチュアの僕らにここはちょっと気をつけた方がいいんじゃないっていうのがあればちょっと教えてほしいです。
I think sometimes maybe your driver shaft doesn't match up with your iron shaft, so sometimes it might not be you, it could be the fact that you don't, one setup with one lot of clubs doesn't match up with the other. The other thing is, I think mentally, depending on what you have trouble with, like if you have trouble with your driver, when you go from irons to driver, you already have that mental block that you have trouble with it. So sometimes it's just you telling yourself that this is my problem, my problem club, rather than it's really just the same swing, just obviously driver's slightly different setup, but other than that, you should be thinking about the same things.
変えちゃいけないってことですね。
Yeah, virtually, I think.
ほぼ同じです。
それでは私の7番アイアンのショットが取れたので、カーリーウェブ選手に見てもらいたいと思います。
I think again, positionally, everything looks really good. Early release, maybe not early, but not a lot of lag. So
ラグがないんだ。じゃあドライバーと
same. Yeah. If you created a bit more lag, it would help you launch the ball high up with more spin.
Too much tension for.
It doesn't look like there's too much tension, no.
力が張りすぎてる感じはないです。
It could just be, I think it could be just that you need a little bit more rotation, body speed rotation, just a little speed through here would probably create that little bit of lag.
Training.
Yes,
I'm here.
Yeah.
トレーニングします。
Core exercise.
はい、もうエクササイズ。
カリさんがこう左のこのここの筋肉っていうか、ここをなんか意識してこう
Do you like kind of, because when you talk about it, you touch your left side a lot. Is that like somewhere you think about or you?
Well, I feel like I don't want to bring the club down with my arms. I try to bring the club down. So I feel that stretch.
そこでストレッチを感じて、こう伸びる感じを。
Between like here and here, like that stretch.
腰からここの間です。
And then I fire that.
でそれをこうそこを指導させるっていうイメージですかね。
ここの限界を感じたら切り返す。
そうです。
I try.
Okay. I think the important thing is not to, like, just to remember, like, arms are still soft, and then it's just coming from here, here and here.
手は柔らかくしたままというのだけを。
はい。手を肩に。
Good. That's really good. Yeah. Well, that will create more lag.
絶対それでラグはできます。
はい。
確実に。
練習します。
She'll practice.
Okay. Thank you very much. はい、というわけでここからは、日本シャフトさんをどうして選ばれたかということについてお伺いしていきたいんですけれども Why did you choose this 日本シャフト?
I've been using Nippon Shaft for 20 years now. Back when a long time, yes. And back when I first started using Nippon Shaft, they had entered the market with a very good quality, lightweight steel shaft. The first one was the 950GH, and then they came out with the 1050GH, which was the first Nippon shaft that I used. At the time, I was using another competitor's steel shaft, and it was really, really heavy. But yes, but back then, steel was still the most consistent, and graphite was sort of not as consistent in irons. So I was using as light a weight shaft as I knew that there was, and then Nippon developed a high quality 105 gram shaft, and that's what I ended up using. Curry Web Special.
普通の方は買えないスペシャル。買えないだ。はい。そうなんですか。皆さん買うときはカリウェブ選手に近いものを買うときはモーダスの105ぜひ。
シャフトってどのくらいというか大事な役割を果たしてたのかっていうのを。
Well, I think the shaft is the most important component in a golf club. I think it has the most bearing on the flight of the golf ball, how far you hit it, and how much control you have. I think if you have a high quality shaft in any head, it's going to perform better than a good head with a poor, inconsistent shaft. So I really think it's the most important component.
アマチュアというか100切りできてないくらいの人ってシャフトって結構まだ自分早いよみたいな感じのことを言ってしまうんですけど、やっぱり最初からこうシャフトっていうのはしっかり自分に合ったものを選んだ方がいいですかっていう。
Yeah, I think I understand that point of view. That when you think you're not good enough, you just use the cheapest set of clubs that you can, and there's a lot of credit behind that. But I think to improve, even if you don't hit the ball consistently, getting fit for the right clubs and the right shafts instantly helps your game, instantly helps you get the ball in the air, and it creates more enjoyment. And that's what we want. We want to enjoy our golf, and we want to keep improving. So it's one of the quickest ways to improve is to be set in clubs that suit your game.
Yes, and they should choose Nippon Shaft.
Yes. Well, I think what's great about Nippon Shaft is that they don't just make shafts at the high performance level, they make shafts for everybody, all the way down to the lightest steel shaft in the world, which is the Zella 6. So, you can start as a junior with a Zella 6 and progress all the way up to shafts that you can use to play professional golf. And the same care is taken for the entry shafts into golf as it is in high performance. It's the same technology and precision used to create the Zealous 6 as the Modus series.
ドライバーのシャフトの選び方でいうと、自分の中でこう選ぶ基準っていうのはあったりしますか、ドライバーシャフトでいうと。
Well, I think I'm looking for an optimal launch angle, you know, and the flex, that it's not too loose at the top, you know, that it's suiting my swing speed, and for me it's, you know, getting the launch angle that I want, and it's not creating too much spin, so there I'll be able to control it into the wind as well.
硬さもなんかこう好みみたいなのがありますかっていうのは。
What flex do you like in your clubs?
This is S.
Yeah, this is S. And my driver is regular.
R. はい。R55g.
When I was playing on tour more, I had a stiff. I had a little bit heavier shaft. I had the Modus 105, and then this was a stiff 55 gram. But not playing as much. My body speed isn't as fast as it was when I was playing. So, you know, I've adjusted my clubs to suit my game today.
硬いものがいいとか重い方がいいとかいうわけじゃなくて、その時の自分の体に合ったシャフトを選ぶっていうことが大事です。ぜひ皆さんフィッティングの方にも行っていただいて、自分に合ったシャフトをぜひ選ばれてみてください。はい、というわけで今シャフトにちょっと悩まれている方はぜひ日本シャフトさんの方にお問い合わせいただいたらと思います。私もちょっと先ほど試打していただいて試をさせていただいたんですけど、すごくお気に入りのシャフトがあったので早速行ってみたいと思ってます。
動画のご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録はこちら、おすすめ動画はこちらだよ。また見てね。